All right, Betsy, so first off, I just want to give you an opportunity in the first minute to kind of introduce yourself and kind of let voters know who you are personally.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm Betsy Dirksen Londrigan. I'm running for Congress here in Illinois' 13th congressional district. And I got into this to protect health care. My husband and I have 3 children, and when our oldest son was 12, we almost lost him to, of all things, a tick bite. He was here at the pediatric intensive care unit, and he had surgery. He was put into a medically induced coma. He was actually on a ventilator, and then he was read last rites. And it was horrifying. I feel fortunate every day that we had access to excellent medical care. And I also feel very fortunate that we had excellent health insurance. So I want to make sure that every family has access to the quality, affordable care that saved my son, and that nobody goes bankrupt because of one medical emergency or a chronic illness. And Congressman Davis has voted 11 times to repeal the Affordable Care Act, which would have kicked tens of thousands of people in central Illinois off health insurance. Over 280,000 people who have pre-existing conditions would have gutted their protections, and somebody needs to stand up for us, and I decided that's going to be me.
Why do you feel that you're the right woman for this job?
There is nobody who is going to fight harder to make sure that nobody loses someone they love because they can't get to a doctor, or they can't afford their prescription drugs, or that they would face bankruptcy due to one medical emergency or a chronic illness. I want to protect the Affordable Care Act. I want to build it. I want to strengthen it. I want to lower the cost of prescription drugs. These are the issues I hear about from people across the district every single day, and I'm in this to fight for them.
You know, one of the big parts of your district is certainly agriculture as well, and how do you plan on appealing to the voters and to help that particular part of your district?
Well, first of all, you can go to every corner of our district, and healthcare is the overarching issue. The cost of prescription drugs, which are sky high, is an overarching issue for people in every corner of central Illinois. And so addressing those primary issues is important, not just for me and my family, but for every family in central Illinois.
One of the other questions that we wanted to ask as well, with the unrest that's going on around the country right now, it started with George Floyd, and now, there's even more because of the shooting in Wisconsin. I want to know your stance on that and your plan if you are elected to help confront that and to help those who may feel like they're second-class citizens.
Sure. Well, first of all, the violence that has been happening, everybody should be condemning that. I have condemned that, and it has no place in our society. The systemic racism, which is why people are out protesting, is something that we have to address head on. And it has tentacles throughout every system, through our education system, our healthcare system, our housing system. These inequities have been around for a long time. And what I have seen is this, a lot of people really opening their eyes to the systemic injustices. And I plan on being part of that solution.
Are there any final remarks you'd like to make towards the voters?
Well, I want to tell people in Illinois 13 that they have, a big choice to make on November 3rd. I am in this race to protect and build our healthcare system. I am in this race to protect Social Security and Medicare, and to make sure that nobody loses someone they love because they can't afford their prescription drugs or they can't get to a doctor. And Congressman Davis has, since he got into office, worked overtime to destroy the Affordable Care Act, voting to repeal it with no replacement 11 times. And the choice is clear, that if you want someone who's going to stand up to protect your health care, lower your prescription drug costs, protect people with pre-existing conditions, then I'm asking for your vote to help me protect you.
I wanted to ask you too as well, you talk about improving health care. How do you plan to do that?
Well, first of all, I want to make sure, that the Affordable Care Act that we keep it. People rely on those essential health benefits, and we need to make sure that it is strengthened, because it's a first step. It's not perfect. I know it's not perfect. I want to fix the parts that are broken. I want to make sure that we lower the premiums and lower the out-of-pocket expenses. And the first thing that we can do is lower prescription drug costs. You know, Congressman Davis voted against lowering the cost of prescription drugs and against allowing Medicare to negotiate for drug prices. That's what we should be doing. We should be unleashing the power of Medicare to negotiate directly with pharmaceutical companies for drug prices. It'll lower the cost for all of us. So let's do that.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.